Pro Exterior Services here again with another informative video. Anyway, here's the situation. So we were doing a job the other day and did a lot of gutter cleaning. Went to wash my hands with the dump valve from the water tank. Felt a little slimy, smelled it. It was bleach in my water tank. Have no idea what's going on. So we get home, we flush everything, put it back together, check the check valves. Each check valve we took off, checked it, make sure it was working properly. We even added a check valve to the line that feeds the T-jet right here, because this would be the only way that I think it could have got in. So we're here now. We fixed all that, went on the job, went to work today. We did spray a roof, used a 12 volt, so we didn't even use the AR today. We had a couple gutter cleaners and a roof job. Did that and got it home. So let's check the water, bleach again. So we're breaking it down. So what I did is I removed the T-jet completely. You know, one thing I noticed as I was running the AR, this ain't a problem with the AR, this is a problem over here. One thing I noticed is the line that goes from the chem, the metering valve here, the SH, to the T-jet. When I would switch the T-jet off, this hose here, that should get water in it when you turn it off, has bleach in it. So it's almost like it's getting bleach when it's off, and it should be getting water from this line that goes down here to my water feed. But that's not happening. So I got the T-jet off. I'm just breaking it down. I did order another one and I had to overnight it. Thank you, FarmChem. Big shout out, helping me out. I noticed a bunch of gunk in here. I don't know if you can see that. And I did test it while it was on the machine. You know, plugged up, and it works properly. It functions properly. It's just that I don't know why when I was in the off position, when it should have been sucking water, this line doesn't fill up with water. It just slowly fills up with bleach. I got the bleach line strapped. So anyway, what I'm gonna do now, since they got bolts in here, man, I got a new one coming anyway, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest of these bolts off and try to break this apart. I don't know if I can get to that ball socket, but I want to check it and see, because I think I could just buy this piece. Of course, I'm in a rush. We got too many jobs on the books to be down, so this is coming in tomorrow morning about 10 o'clock, so we'll be up and running by then, if that's the culprit. It's 99% sure got to be the culprit, but we'll see. So let me get this apart, and I'll get some more footage in a minute. Peace. Guys and girls, I got it all apart here. I'm just trying to keep the parts in where they were. So we got a little O-ring here. Okay. That goes on the lip here on the outside of the ball valve. Right here, but you can look at the ball valve. It don't look cracked. The only thing I notice is one of these end caps. You see the see here all the gunk. Maybe there was getting some bypass in it or something. I'm not quite sure. This one's kind of a little corroded as well. And this comes off. I don't know. But I guess I could take these Allen screws apart to get that ball out to see if it's any cracked or anything. And I may do that real quick. Again, just doing some testing. I mean, I got a new one coming, but it's good to know these things. This part's really good. This part, ain't nothing wrong with this part. It's just this part, and I'm sure you could buy this whole unit, but again, in my situation, so I don't know. I don't see. I was hoping to see a crack, because if you see a crack in there, that's good. I don't see nothing evident. So let me break that down and see if I can get the ball out, and we'll catch up. Guys, got the Allen screws out. I hope you can see this. Go ahead and yank this bad boy out of here. There you go. It looks pretty nasty. Just worn. Let's see how this ball comes out like that. Okay, so we got one that way, one that way. Okay. So I don't really see any anything on there. Maybe a good cleanup. Clean this up. So just rust, put some more marine grease on it, clean it up. So I think I'm gonna try to clean it up and put it back together, just to see, just as an experiment, because we got a bunch of gunk built up on here, like on these seals. I'm wondering if that's because it looks like these seals kind of ride on here like so, and then this valve runs against these. It's tapered right here, so it kind of runs against that right there. See, let's make sure this one's good. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, maybe that's not the problem, but we'll find out soon. All right, let me work on putting this back together, cleaning it up, and I'll get back to you in a minute. Peace. Okay, everybody, I was starting to clean things up. It was going good. Cleaned up my end caps, cleaned up really nice and all that good stuff. And then I was starting to look at something. I cleaned this up. Let me move some of this out the way, so I'm kind of do a comparison. So here's one side of this ball valve and this side. You see any differences here? Any corrosion here? I say corrosion, wrong word. It's deteriorating right here. Look at it. See how much wider this is compared to this? How small that hole is? I don't know if you can see that. See how much bigger this one is? This is the bleach side, water side, bleach side, water side. So there's your culprit. You can see on the inside too. I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to get you a white background, something you can see. Sorry for all the mess, folks. You see how it's kind of oblong? Now let's check this one. Look how perfect that one is. So the seat right here on the inside, this little wall here is just worn out. That's from a couple things, I think, is the rotations. We use this thing a lot. I don't know how many hundreds of hours we got on this bad boy, but that is a problem. I don't know if that's a flaw or a problem, because the thing that mind boggles me is that we rinse this thing every job we rinse it. So when we're on a rinse job, you know, we hit the rinse button, hit off. It's supposed to turn off and suck water through the valve, but you're always going to have that chem in that valve. Okay, that's the problem right here. So, okay, so we're rinsing this out, but we're not rinsing the three-way out. You follow me? The side with the bleach, it just turns the water, and that bleach just stays stagnant, primed, ready to go, eating that wall away. That's the problem. I'm glad I was able to identify it, because now I know the problem, and either A, I got to come up with implementing a better process to rinse this out, or B, replace this every year, or find an alternative solution, because this is what's the problem. In other words, just it's allowing bleach to just come through here. That's why we got bleach in the tank. Now, I must say, if I would have had this check valve on here originally, this is the water port that feeds. So I got two water ports. One comes, it's a T. One comes off here, goes to the water, proportioner, no problems. This one tees up, comes to the T-jet to rinse. So when you turn it off, it switches this to rinse mode, rinses all this becomes water. This turns off, no nothing. So, you know, a couple of options maybe is that A, replace it annually, just assume it's going to break, or B, put another three-way valve in, manual, from here and run it to a three-way, but you have that problem with that three-way, a manual three-way. Turn it off and on, you follow me? So you would turn it off, and then it would rinse this out on bleach at the end of the job. But again, I think I'm just gonna looks to see if there's any alternative solutions. If there is, maybe entertain that. But I think we got over a year out of this thing, so we used the snot out of it. But I'm glad I found a problem. So anyway, guys, just wanted to point this out to you. You're gonna have, this is just chemical. This is part of life with chemical. That's how it works. Get used to it. Replacing stuff. I'll probably just get another T-Jet on order as a backup to have in inventory. It's an expensive piece to have in inventory. You can get it for like $250, $300, shipped for free most cases, and then just have it when it goes down. I mean, change it every year. Or I could see if I could just buy the lower section. That would be an ideal thing to do. If I could just buy this lower section, which I'm gonna go check here in a little bit on the internet, and if I could buy that for $100, I just get 2 of them, put them in inventory, and change them out every year. Put a note on the calendar, change lower unit of T-Jet every year. Just make it a habit and toss them, because this ain't no good. I mean, these pieces, some of that's good, but this piece is really the bad piece. It's quite obvious, even on the inside. So that tells me that that ball wasn't sealing. So if you kind of do something like this, you're getting leakage all around that. Look at that, all kind of leakage. We give them another shout out right here, FarmChem.com. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. A whole bunch of bubble wrap. Thank you, thank you. Got another piece of tape here. Look at that. We're back in business, baby. So perfect. I think I'm just gonna mount this right up to the existing one and roll with it, man. It was tested on 5/1/2023. So yeah, this one is so we're gonna go ahead and start true bluing, getting ready. We got a big job in the morning. I had to overnight this thing overnight, so don't need the whip. By the way, I got a new a new whip, I guess you call it, like my kids call it, but new golf cart, gas model, Yamaha. Got the Yamaha. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting this thing back together. I don't think you guys need to see any of that, but I wanted to give a shout out to FarmChem. They had one in stock, the best price in the industry that I can find. Reasonable shipping. If you ordered it ground, it would have been free shipping, but I had needed it overnight. So we're gonna go ahead and start plugging in our barbs, get all this set up, and then put it together and roll with it. Do a test. So I'll get some stuff together and catch up. Peace. So I got it all connected. I just kept this new top piece on. I could have just left the old one, but anyway, this has got water on it because it was raining on me, but it's all tightened up. Got it all. Got my check valve with the water line for my T-Jet. So that's coming here to the right. So when I turn soap off, the flow comes like that. It's supposed to come out. It's supposed to fill this up with water. Okay. And then when I switch it on, it switches this way, sucks from here, which is the bleach, pushes it to the proportioner, and we're good. The challenge we were having, again, with the corrosion we didn't know about, I turned it off. I was still getting bleach sucked through here because there was no way for it to seal. And bleach was getting back in the water because I didn't have a check valve here, and it went back. And since bleach is heavier than water, it all sat at the bottom of the tank. So this is it for the first time. Haven't even tried to turn it on and see if it works. Let's see. Of course it works. All pro. Turn it off. Turn it on. Off. Okay, so we're golden there. So we're going to leave it off. The thing we're looking for is this hose. It's kind of hard to see. It's old. It's been, you know, we put hours on our machine, dog. Look, this ain't a showroom, dog. Look, it's a work machine. So I'm going to turn this on with it off, and it should suck water from here. We should see this line fill up with water. In fact, make sure this is tight because we'll have this all apart. And let's just get it done. Let me put you guys on my camera. All right, guys. So let's see if we can get some action here. And I'm gonna show you how to prime it too. So once we get it set up, I'm gonna turn the machine on and I'm gonna prime it for you. So again, everything was drained. This is just like building a new machine. So if you built a new machine trying to prime it, make sure you got good seals here. True Blue. You know, don't force tighten it. Just put it in there and put a little wrench. This is a little thick, it's Schedule 80, so you can put it on there. But just make sure you tighten everything up. All your hose clamps, double check everything. So anyway, let's try it. Put the choke on. Got enough water there to get started, so. Alright, baby, alright. Yep, look at the water. See it? See that water? Watch. Oh yeah, that water. Clear the line out for a minute. May have some residual proprietary solution. But you can see here, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, water. And it primed up right away. No problem. That's straight water. You see no suds. Alright, so let's turn the bleach on. Show you guys. Turn this on. Turn this off. It's on. I turn my water off. So I get some bleach here in a minute. There you go. You see the bleach? Give it a little bit of extra. Prime it up again. There you go. Got bleach. Bleach is coming through. So open this up. Turn that back down. Take it away. And remember, what's going to come out your gun is going to be some straight bleach with water, of course, so it'll be a hot mix. So clear your line out. We're good there. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. I turned it off. So we're going to be getting some bleach here. There you go, you got bleach. Still bleach. Alright, that's water. See nothing there? So, now when we turn it on, we should get our 0.75%. Let it come through. Should be coming through in about 15 seconds. There you go. Now we got soap too. So hit this. I'll turn it off because I don't have that. I'm just in my garage. Oh yeah, smell it. Watch my neighbor's windows. See that? We should be in water here in a second. Little post street on the driveway. That's water right there. Oh yeah. And now that sucker's working nice. Now you can see the bleach is clearing out. The water. Oh yeah. You can see it now, look. But that's water. That's the bleach. The bleach man came by the other day and we were on a dive. Get it on here. Close down. We got some bad weather coming, so I'm just trying to fill the tank up a little bit. Anyway, yeah, looks like it's working like a champ, All right, so we gotta leave this off a little bit. Try to cover most of this up. So anyway, guys, that's it. I just wanted to demonstrate, you know, how we do things. This is real life TV. There's nothing perfect in the bleach world, as you know. It just gets, you know, gets tougher and tougher. Diagnosing problem, but again, that's why I go back to building your own equipment. You build your own equipment, you should know where the failure point's going to be. You can diagnose it a lot quicker than if you don't know what's going on. So anyway, please like, sub, call, comment, keep them coming. Peace.